Repossessed, a sign of the times. America is facing a car repossession crisis. Numbers don't lie, folks. More and more Americans are falling behind on their car payments. It's a worrying trend, like that time I tried a juice cleanse. Just painful to watch. Experts are saying this is just the tip of the iceberg. The repo man is about to get very busy. Buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Please subscribe to my channel for more financial information. Driving the price up. The reasons behind soaring car payments. Over the past few years, car payments have been climbing steadily, leaving many people wondering why they are paying so much more for their vehicles. So, why are car payments so high? Let's break it down. Well, for starters, the price of new cars has gone through the roof. The cost of manufacturing has increased due to higher prices for raw materials and advanced technology. It's like they're made of caviar and unicorn tears now. Automakers are adding more luxurious features and advanced technology, which drives up the cost even more. Used car prices are also ridiculous thanks to supply chain issues. The shortage of new cars has pushed more buyers into the used car market, driving up demand and prices. Remember when we all thought we'd be driving flying cars by now? Instead, we're dealing with a shortage of semiconductor chips, which has slowed down production and increased costs. Instead, we're stuck with overpriced clunkers. Many people are holding on to their old cars longer, which means fewer used cars are available for sale. And then there's the interest rates. Financing a car has become more expensive as interest rates have risen. They're higher than my grandma's blood pressure after a strong cup of coffee. Higher interest rates mean higher monthly payments, making it even harder for people to afford their cars. It's a perfect storm of bad financial news. With rising car prices, supply chain issues, and higher interest rates, it's no wonder that car payments are soaring. The financial burden on consumers is growing, and many are feeling the strain. So, what can you do? Shop around for the best deals, consider buying a less expensive model, and keep an eye on interest rates. Being informed and prepared can help you navigate these challenging times. Despite the challenges, owning a car is still a valuable and necessary part of life for many people. With careful planning and smart financial decisions, you can still find a way to make it work. The perfect storm economic factors fueling the crisis. Let's be honest, the economy isn't exactly doing the Macarena right now. Inflation is soaring, wages are stagnant, and people are struggling to afford basic necessities. You know it's bad when even ramen noodles are starting to feel like a luxury. In this economy, something's gotta give. And for many Americans, that something is their car payment. It's a tough situation, like trying to parallel park in a phone booth. Faces of repossession, real people, real stories. Behind these statistics are real people with real stories. Each face you see here represents a life turned upside down by financial hardship. Meet Sarah, a single mother who lost her car because she couldn't afford the payments after her hours were cut. Sarah's car was more than just a vehicle. It was her lifeline to work, her children's school, and essential errands. Or John, a retired veteran who relies on his car to get to doctor's appointments. For John, losing his car means losing his independence and access to critical health care. These are just two examples of the thousands of Americans who are struggling. Each story is unique, yet they all share a common thread of financial instability and the emotional toll it takes. Their stories are heartbreaking, like watching a panda eat a bamboo shoot. It's emotional, okay? The stress and anxiety of potentially losing their only means of transportation weigh heavily on their minds. For many, their car is not just a mode of transport but a symbol of their hard work and independence. The fear of repossession brings sleepless nights and constant worry. These real people with real stories remind us of the human side of financial statistics. They are our neighbors, friends, and family members, each facing a battle that is often invisible to the outside world. Let's take a moment to understand and empathize with their struggles. And remember that behind every number is a person with a story worth telling. Section 5. Navigating the crisis tips for car owners. So, what can you do if you're facing a similar situation? First, don't panic. Easier said than done, I know. But panicking is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. It won't help. Try to negotiate with your lender. See if you can lower your monthly payments or defer a payment. It's worth a shot, like trying to get a free upgrade at the airport. You never know. Section 6. Beyond individual solutions. Addressing the bigger picture. While individual action is important, it's not enough. We need systemic change to address this crisis. We need policies that support working families like affordable housing, accessible healthcare, and livable wages. It's time for our elected officials to step up and do something. Because right now, it feels like they're just sitting in the back seat, playing with their phones while the car is heading straight for a brick wall. Section 7. The road ahead. Predictions for the future of car ownership. What does the future hold for car ownership in America? It's hard to say for sure, but it's not looking good. If things continue on this path, we could see even more repossessions, more families struggling, and more people priced out of car ownership altogether. It's a bleak picture, like trying to imagine a world without pizza. But hey, at least we'll have each other, right? Section 8. Taking action. Making your voice heard. This isn't just a problem for the people facing repossession, it's a problem for all of us. Because when one part of our society struggles, we all feel the effects. So, what can we do? Speak up, contact your representatives, share your stories, and demand change. Let's make some noise about this issue. Let's be louder than a flock of geese fighting over a stale bagel. Section 9. Conclusion. Steering towards a more equitable future. The car repossession crisis is a complex issue with no easy solutions. It affects millions of Americans, disrupting lives and creating a cycle of financial instability. The loss of a vehicle can mean the loss of a job, the inability to take children to school, and a host of other challenges that ripple through communities. But by understanding the factors at play and working together, we can create a more equitable future for all Americans. This involves not just addressing the immediate crisis, but also looking at the broader economic and social systems that contribute to it. Community meetings and discussions are crucial in this regard, as they bring together diverse perspectives and innovative solutions. A future where everyone has access to reliable transportation, regardless of their income. Reliable transportation is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It enables people to access better job opportunities, healthcare, and education. By ensuring that everyone, regardless of their financial background, has access to a reliable vehicle, we can help bridge the gap between different socioeconomic groups. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go check on my car payment. The stress of keeping up with car payments is something many of us can relate to. It's a constant worry that can affect our mental health and overall well-being. Just kidding, I ride a bike. But seriously, alternative modes of transportation, like biking, can also play a role in creating a more equitable future. They offer a cost-effective and environmentally friendly option for those who may not be able to afford a car. But seriously, folks, let's do something about this. Advocacy and community action are powerful tools. By coming together and pushing for policy changes, we can address the root causes of the car repossession crisis and work towards a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.